Tonight, consistent with our obligations under the ABM Treaty and recognizing the need for closer consultation with our allies, I'm taking an important first step. I am directing a comprehensive and intensive effort to define a long-term research and development program to begin to achieve our ultimate goal of eliminating the threat posed by strategic nuclear missiles. This could pave the way for arms control measures to eliminate the weapons themselves. We seek neither military superiority nor political advantage. Our only purpose, one all people share, is to search for ways to reduce the danger of nuclear war.
President Reagan's Strategic Defense Initiative, sometimes known as Star Wars, transformed our nation's security and unleashed America's entrepreneurial spirit in the face of the Cold War. Welcome to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum's brand new special exhibition, Defending America and the Galaxy, Star Wars and SDI, open now through September 8th, 2024. In this video podcast, we'll highlight some space-based missile technology alongside original props and costumes from the Star Wars movies franchise. This is the first time, and most likely the only time, that these objects and these stories will be shown together at the same time. This is a not-to-be-missed exhibition. We hope to see you here. During a televised speech to the nation on March 23, 1983, President Ronald Reagan unveiled his plans to initiate groundbreaking research into a national defense system aimed at making nuclear weapons obsolete. Using charts and intelligence photos of Soviet offensive weapons, President Reagan planned a research and development program aimed at neutralizing nuclear arms abroad through the use of advanced, space-based missile defense technologies. Formerly known as the Strategic Defense Initiative, or SDI, the program was sarcastically dubbed Star Wars by the press and President Reagan's opponents due to its ambitious goals, futuristic concepts, and the release of Return of the Jedi just 2 months after his speech. The Star Wars and SDI Defending America and the Galaxy exhibition features both the real-world technology of SDI and memorabilia from the movie phenomenon. For example, the exhibition includes original items from SDI, such as an authentic command launch equipment console and a deactivated ground-launched cruise missile. Additionally, it showcases an array of authentic Star Wars props and costumes, including the original dress worn by Princess Leia and the helmet worn by Darth Vader.
I loved the exhibit. I thought it was a perfect blend of the fantasy world and our actual world.
I think this was perfect for the whole family, and it really brings the connection between reality and fiction.
Seeing all the artifacts honestly made me feel like a kid again. I would 100% recommend it to everyone, and I'm coming back.
I felt like a kid.
It was like being transported in time.
So what is on display in this exhibition? How about the original dress worn by Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia in the final scene of 1977's A New Hope? Or an original script signed by Dave Prowse, the actor who portrayed Darth Vader, next to an original helmet he wore? Or how about original concept art from the franchise, showcasing how they wanted Darth Vader and the Landspeeder to look? You might have noticed I've used the word original a lot. Well, that's because the objects you see within this exhibit on the Star Wars movie franchise are authentic to the movies. Most Star Wars exhibitions showcase fan-recreated objects and props. The items you'll see here are original to the movies. We have items from A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Phantom Menace. We also show and explain how the lightsabers and blasters were made, and highlight many of the original helmets and flight hats worn in the movies. On the Strategic Defense Initiative side, in addition to the Command Launch Equipment Console and the deactivated ground missile, we have internal Reagan administration memos from when they strategized other names for media to potentially use for the program instead of Star Wars, such as the Strategic Space Shield, models of defense technologies used today created to track and stop a nuclear attack, and even a letter from Dr. Spock to President Reagan asking him to give up the Strategic Defense Initiative and instead focus on nuclear disarmament. For more information or to pre-purchase tickets, please visit reaganlibrary.com/Star Wars. Tickets include admission to the main Reagan Library Museum, our Air Force One Pavilion, and of course, our Star Wars exhibition. There is no way to highlight everything within this exhibition on this Inside the Reagan Library podcast. You have to come and see it for yourself before it closes.
I would definitely bring my friends, my family. I want to bring my family back right away. I was entertained and I learned a lot about the Reagan history. This is a must-see exhibit.
You never know who might come out to see this exhibition while you're here. We were honored to host Dan Perry, the title designer who created the opening text scroll sequence for the Star Wars franchise. Let's hear from him on how he did it.
Well, it was shot on a big piece of cardboard that I set the title to type,
And each word was cut out separately and arranged on lines of its own. And we tried different combinations of many words per line and so on. And then we would tilt that piece of cardboard, which was huge, like 4 feet by 8 feet. It was unwieldy and it was soft, and we had to brace it and prop it up and so on. And then we pulled away from the artwork so that it was rolling away from the camera, and shot it, God knows, 20, 30, 40 times. I was happy to see it come together, and it paid off and delivered what I wanted it to be. And I was certainly grateful that he liked it and accepted it after the first take.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this Inside the Reagan Library video. See you soon.
The Strategic Defense Initiative has been labeled Star Wars, but it isn't about war. It's about peace. It isn't about retaliation. It's about prevention. It isn't about fear. It's about hope. And in that struggle, if you'll pardon my stealing a film line, the Force is with us.